Upscale Media Group presents In the Lane Sports Talk with your host, Jerome Lane, with the finest analysts in Akron, Ohio you can be with. First of all, Ron Baker, Julius Harrington, Otley McGill, the D Rizzo.
What's happening?
And the Freak.
You know who it is.
You know who
trying
it
to
is.
sound all smooth. What you mean trying? That's just the way it is.
So today, man, you know we got to talk about the NBA before we go to any subject.
Absolutely.
Because that's the most exciting thing going on right now.
Talk about it.
And right now, I'm going to go with you, Freak. We're going to talk about the Mavs and... Mavs.
Mavs. Man, come on, man.
I'm talking about Milwaukee. I'm talking about Milwaukee.
They weren't going nowhere.
I'm talking about Milwaukee and the Bucks. What you think? Is it going to be a sweep?
Milwaukee and the Bucks. That is
Milwaukee and Miami.
Hold on.
Put your glasses on, Ron.
Jerome
Okay, I got my glasses on.
So we're going to start this over. Jerome, how are you today?
Hey, make sure you put that on there.
Are you good today, Mr. Lane?
The Bucks in Miami, man.
The Bucks in Miami.
The Heat in Miami.
The Heat in Miami.
Yeah.
Which there's no heat because Giannis is hurt. Hero is hurt.
Ooh.
So where's the Heat?
But they won one. It's 1-1 though.
And
So you think it's gonna be 4-1?
I don't know what the hell is going to be. Everybody hurt.
That is rough.
If Middleton don't come to play, if he don't bring his A game, Lopez got to step up. Giannis, he'll give him something, but with that back, it's day to day. So hopefully he can go. They get one, get some rest. The travel with Miami, and he gets some more rest, and they can steal one in Miami.
Okay, Gil, I'm gonna go with you with the Kings and the Warriors.
Interesting game.
Game 3 tonight, Gil. Think about it.
We thinking about the rise of one team and the fall of another team.
We watching it.
NBA drama
At its finest.
at its finest.
At its finest.
Right.
This is what the NBA wants. They want this. They want the drama.
Oh yeah,
They want it. The
drama sell tickets.
Drama sell tickets, and it's going to be a lot of people watching tonight. You know, and I can't guarantee that Golden State is going to win tonight. I can't. Even if Draymond was there, I couldn't guarantee it. And the reasons why is because the tide is changing. Golden State is getting older. I mean, we got to just keep it real. You know, Klay is not the same player as he used to be. On the defensive side, not the offensive side. Sacramento is exploiting them based upon the defensive side.
Okay, Gil, let me ask you this though, because
Okay.
like when Morant was out, Lakers was favored 85 to 15% to win. Mm-hmm. And Memphis won, so you don't think Warriors got a chance?
Well, no, I think it's an entirely different setup because it's two coaches that know each other and two teams that kind of play the same way on the defensive side. When you look at the Golden State Warriors, their defense was coached by Mike Brown. And they kept that same system.
Some of the same principles they have.
Let me give you
Same
another thing.
principles.
Let me give you another thing, Gil. He was inherited a great team.
Steve Kerr?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. He didn't build that team.
No, but I'm going to tell you
Mike Brown has worked way harder than Steve Kerr to make stuff happen at Sacramento thing.
The pieces were set in Sacramento, though, for real. They just needed a coach.
Hold up, he inherited an already set team.
Yeah. Kerr did, for sure.
What Kerr did that has won championships is Kerr brought Popovich's system to Golden State, which is different than how Golden State was playing with Mike Jackson. Mark Jackson. Mark come from the old NBA. That's ISO ball. Throw it to the wing, get the hell out the way, and let's go.
But Mark brought in the 3-point shooting.
Yeah, well, the boys could shoot. You know, both of them was shooters before they even got there.
Yeah, I understand that.
You got to look at.
But
both of them might be their all-time leading 3-point shooters at their college teams.
I think Mark Jackson is responsible for those guys actually learning how to be professionals. And when you being professionals, you know how to win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
he started to put that in. in place.
Just like with the Lakers, when Phil Jackson came in and put the triangle in, that changed the way the Lakers played ball. It's similar with Steve Kerr with the pop system. The pop system is a series of 2-man, 3-man games and a bunch running off some screens. If you watch San Antonio when they were winning titles, that's what they did. Kerr came, tweaked it to fit Golden State, and Golden State has been winning with that because it's not a lot of ISO ball. It's a lot of ball movement. Everything goes through Draymond Green. I throw the ball to Draymond Green at the high post, and I have Curry and Clay running off screens. That is critical. That's a good way to play basketball.
And pool.
So you got the Warriors coming back, you saying?
No, what I'm saying is now on the defensive side of the ball, there's where the problem is for Golden State. Because if you watching them boys from Sacktown, they get into the basket at will. When you watch a Golden State team 2-3 years ago, you're not getting to the basket at will. Period.
Okay, Julius, I'm gonna give you the Sixers and the Nets.
He liked the Sixers.
Well, I wanted the Cavs and the Knicks, but since you gave me the Sixers and the Nets, I don't have anything to say about neither one of them bum ass teams.
You think the
What?
Sixers is bums?
Yep.
Why?
They're living off of hope. That's all it is.
Sixers?
Oh yeah, they live
Embiid
off
is
of
your
hope.
boy, though.
I like Embiid.
If it's any year, I think it'd be.
This is the one thing the Sixers do that I hate. The Sixers is the only team that can get a big lead, 20, 25 points. I could go get something to eat. I could talk to you on the phone, come back to the game, and it's 3 points. I'm going like, what the hell happened?
True.
I'm talking about they don't never keep a lead, ever. The Sixers are made to get you excited.
That's lack of a point guard, man. They ain't got no true point guard.
Well,
True point guard gonna
what is James Harden?
Point
He's a
guard.
combo guard.
Yeah, he is a combo guard, but he's more of a point guard.
But he's a
facilitator.
He's a he's manufactured though. He's not a pure
He
one.
led the league in assists.
Brian did too.
He's a facilitator.
I'm talking about pure point guard. A pure one.
facilitator
You
is a
play
point
with
guard,
one.
man.
You play
Let me
with a
just say
couple.
this. Let's not waste our time on Philly and the Nets. Neither one of them is going to win anything. Now I want to talk about the Cavs and the Knicks. This is what I want to talk about. The Cavs and the
So you
Knicks.
just gonna skip Philly?
Just go bully you.
Philly up 2-0 and you gonna skip them.
Go ahead, Juice. Talk about the Cavs. Your favorite team. But
My
said, I'ma
favorite
just-
team, the Cavs and the
I'm gonna
Knicks.
just go ahead.
We were shocked when we first got into the first game. We was a little stunned. We didn't play our best. We still lost only by 4 points. But the thing that really shocked me, it took somebody to tell Garland to go get yours. I don't understand that. You're an NBA player.
We gave up 17 offensive rebounds the first game. That's why we lost.
No.
All the other shit is cool, but 17 extra times to score again?
That's incredible.
That's incredible.
That is why we lost, but that's not the reason. They got to
What the
that.
fuck, man? You better
Okay.
stop it, man. I know he ain't say
Offensive
7. Erased, and we lost by 4 points. We gave them 17 extra tries.
But the reason we gave him 17 extra tries is because Garland wasn't aggressive.
Man,
do
no,
with getting a rebound, man?
No.
what do that got to do with getting a rebound?
No, I'm sorry. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
tell me that.
Can I
I'm
say
sorry.
You
something?
explain that to me.
Give him Brooklyn and Philly.
That's what he needs. Yeah. 17 offensive
Hey, you
rebounds.
talking about you blaming
right.
Garland?
That's
So
like saying-
Garland is supposed to go
Okay.
get the rebound?
No, I'm not blaming
It's like
Garland.
17 turnovers in the high school game.
Juice.
I'm not blaming that.
Juice.
Coach, that's like 17 turnovers in the high school game. Can't win like that.
Take a deep breath.
No, I'm not finished. I'm not finished on the Cavs. No,
Just take
let
a
me
deep
finish
breath.
my. Let me
Okay,
finish
go ahead.
my point.
Make your point.
This is my number one point. JB ain't coaching the right team either. He need to start the best 5 guys. This is the playoffs. He need to start LeVert. He need to get Isaac Okoro out of the starting lineup.
No, it don't work like that.
Okay,
No.
okay, hold on, wait.
No, you got to understand him as
We
a
need-
coach's point of view.
Okay, let me just say this, Ron. Let me just say
Okoro
this.
cannot give
Let me
us.
just say this.
We
hold
throw him
on,
in the.
Baker. Hold on, Baker. a season, you play 82 games.
Right.
You're trying to get your players to the playoffs, to the finish.
Right.
So you don't have to play your best 5 players then.
You don't play your best 5 period in the NBA.
Okay, when you get to the playoffs, you better
No, you
start
don't.
playing your
No,
best
you
5
better
players.
not.
You gotta have
Look,
somebody come off the bench
and give us something. Yeah, Okoro can't. If he not giving us nothing in the off.
Oh, let me ask you
Jordan,
this.
in
Let
the
me
starting
ask you
lineup.
this.
Hold on.
Okay,
listen.
let me ask you this.
Hey, Gil, can you help this man?
Okay, let me
You
ask-
trying to tell me you gonna have your bench empty like that?
Oh, wrong. Let me
That's
just say
exactly
this.
what that is.
Let me just say this. Do it matter when you go up 10 or do it matter when you go up 20?
No,
Man, you
you gotta
need
think about
7.
this. The NBA is a game of runs.
You need 7.
The game
good
of
ones.
runs.
Okay, so why can't Isaac Okoro come off the bench and help?
Because we won't have.
Because
he don't give us nothing.
we need somebody coming to the bench to change the game.
No,
and
in
give
the
us some
playoffs,
scoring.
You gonna keep 2 or 3 players
you
in
bring
there.
that dude off the bench to change the game. So he used to Okoro. Now we gonna bring our shit for your ass.
Okay, let me just say this. Okoro played 3 minutes. LeVert played 40. That's like starting him anyhow.
Hey, Drew, I guarantee you this: if Okoro start off hitting, doing all right, then his minutes, LeVert's minutes gonna go down.
He going with the high hand at the 3.
That's right. Of course,
Biggerstaff-
it's going on. Get shit. He right. Baker, you right.
Biggerstaff know that we need a 3. He putting band-aids on it. You know what I'm saying? So he trying to see what's going. He riding the high hand at the 3 right now. LeVert had it going. You don't take LeVert out and he got it going. Okoro ain't gonna have it going. He's a decent defender right
But y'all
now.
ain't looking at the game. He didn't put LeVert in for Okoro. He put Seti Osman in. And the reason being is because NBA coaches have a plan on how many minutes they want to play certain players. True. And because he subbed Okoro early, that messes up LeVert's minutes that he wants him to play. So Osman, who really is not in the rotation like that,
He's not in the rotation like
he
that.
puts him in there to cover up the time that Okoro would play. That's what he's doing. And
He's trying to get anything at that
Bickerstaff is, to me, he's like his daddy. If you ever watch his daddy coach, he's similar to that. He's a player's coach. He lets the players figure it out. He'll say a little bit, but he'll let the players figure it out. And when you have a young team like that, you can't do that. Because when in the first 5 minutes of the game, when they got 4 offensive rebounds in 1 possession, and you don't say nothing about it as a coach, and I'm going to tell you why, the players were even saying that after the game.
I just want to know
They
this.
were questioning JB's coaching because he didn't address it.
I just want to know this.
That's what the issue is.
When should you play your best 5 players?
At the fourth quarter,
4 minutes to go.
Game.
4 minutes to go. Your best bet be out there.
Goddamn right.
Maybe 6.
Okay,
But 4:30, they better be in there.
Everybody, just hold up. Wait a minute. Okay. I'll let you talk. I'll listen to your theories and this and that. And you said they lost because of the 17 rebounds.
Offensive.
You said the same thing, right?
No.
And Garland.
No, it was the rebound,
No,
right?
Answer the question. It was the Garland or the rebounds?
No, it was the rebounds, but the reason the rebounds came into play is because Garland wasn't aggressive enough.
They lost that game, not because of the rebounds.
Man, y'all is
Let me finish.
You free. You right.
I'm going to tell you why they lost that game. Unforced turnovers that they usually don't make. They only lost by 4. So the rebounds that had nothing to do with it because they were still in the game. But them turnovers at crucial times and JB not calling a timeout to settle them down, that's what lost the game.
I'm gonna have to go against you on that. But I can tell you, first turnovers, I can't do nothing about.
You can't do nothing about
But
that.
I can do something
You
about
can
it.
control the effort. You control the effort.
Bad passes when you should have shot. Bad passes when the pass went there. Those are turnovers. They call them unforced, but those are turnovers trying to get the damn ball out your hand.
I want to say one thing that Freak just brought up, and I keep going back to Garland. If you watch the game, Garland made 3 or 4 passes where Freak just said he should have shot the ball. He didn't even shoot in the second half. He didn't take 1 shot. He had 1 assist.
And I can go back to the overall thinking of, even if you just don't say turnovers, if you say offensive rebounds, if you say
17
not
of them.
shooting,
Don't put a
the
number on it.
aggressiveness as a whole was the first problem, which
you're
could
right.
constitute the turnovers because they wasn't aggressive on offense,
Right.
which could constitute not getting the 17 offensive rebounds, which could also constitute Garland kind of being laid back and playing off of old boy, because that's what he was
Donovan
doing.
Mitchell, right.
Yes, but here's the problem: when you're young, that's when your coach has to
Yes.
be involved.
Yes.
And JB Bickerstaff, and I'm saying it again, coaches like his dad.
Yes.
He is a player's coach, and I guess where I learned a player's coach from? Rome. Doc Rivers, y'all just say you go up 25, and next time you come back, they're down 3. Doc is a player's coach. A player's coach is going to do this. I go up 25. I'm going to put the second unit in, and I'm going to let them play. And Doc does that a lot because Doc want to get them dudes some run. Most NBA coaches will keep their foot on the pedal. Doc is a player's coach. He going to look out for the players, so he going to play his other dudes. That's why when you up 25 and now it's down to 5 and 6, then he put his starters
Right,
back
he try to
in,
bring them back
and they
in.
win the game by 7 or 8.
Right.
Doc is not over there drawing up plays. You don't see Doc with no clipboard. None of that.
No.
The NBA has changed. It's not like the coaching it used to be. I was talking to Bake last week, and I want y'all to take a look at this. When you look at the games tonight, I want you to look behind the bench. And I want you to see all the coaches that's back there.
Right.
That's where the coaching is
That's
at.
where the coach is at.
The NBA has turned into a player development league.
And Gil is right about it.
And the player development is where the NBA has went. Each of them dudes,
They do more than just all them dudes behind the bench.
they do play. I know.
No, they gotta. I bet 7 of them gotta. You gotta go on the road, scout college kids. So
Yeah.
most of them ain't even there most of the time.
Right.
Only
So-
the main coaches in the front.
For instance, Garland has his own coach.
He got his own
And
shooting coach.
Yes.
Okay.
He got a dude that he watched film with that works on his individual game that helps him explain his game and how it should fit within the structure.
That's every coach
So-
is 3. Is forward coach. You're right, point guard coach and a center coach.
But now but see, here's what they did now. Now each player has his own coach. Or a player will have, a coach will have 2 players. And what they do is they individually work on the whole development and the film study and all of that. That's where the game has went to. So now the players' coaches are really not coaching because the other dudes are coaching.
And
If you look at the Cavs, let's keep it real. How many head coaches sitting on the Cavs bench?
about 4 or 5.
That's what I'm trying to say. JD is really, like I said, a player's coach. You got Sidney Lowe sitting there. You got, what's his name, son sitting there. You already got head coaches that are sitting in the first row.
Well, you got to think about this. The Popoviches and all that kind of control a person, that's damn near out the window.
Yeah,
With the players these days.
But Kerr has elevated to.
Kerr's always been a player coach.
Yeah, but Kerr, what he did was they running it like the NFL. Okay, you got a defensive coach. Who's the defensive coach for the Golden State? Who was? Mike Brown.
Mike Brown.
Strictly coached the defense. When we played basketball, the head coach kind of did a little bit of everything. He was the defensive coach. He was the offensive coach. He was the out-of-bounds coach. He was the scout. He was everything. The NBA has changed that. Now, because I'm going to tell you this. I remember, and Ron was cracking up. And I love Steve White to death. But Steve White tried to go to the new school coaching because even the substitutions of the players is not even done by the head coach in the NBA. They got a coach, and his job is to do the subbing.
But I could go for that because the coach trying to control stuff on the floor.
Right.
Now, I'll go for that because that's too much on your plate. Let me control what's going on in the game, work these players, and they see somebody tired or somebody ain't doing good. I need that coach to do that.
So when we was talking about the overall aggressiveness, the Cavs didn't play hard game 1. But I'm going to tell you what happened in game 2. The Cavs played a little bit harder. But here's where the problem was. The Knicks didn't hit no shots.
Nothing.
And when the Knicks don't hit no shots and don't get second chance points, that's when they struggle. But the Knicks is going to even come harder this next time around because that's how they play. Knicks play playoff basketball all the time.
Last thing we got to say is this about the Cavs. And y'all ain't saying nothing. Y'all can, real quick, you know you use a rotation, right? So LeVert's in the forward rotation, right?
Right.
Rubio ain't doing shit. He ain't giving Mitchell and Garland no money.
I was about to say that.
He ain't giving
Where is
them.
Rubio?
They was dependent on to be a 3-guard rotation.
Where is Rubio?
He in the Okoro boat.
We don't need Rubio right
Yes,
now.
you
Yes,
do.
we do.
Yeah, you do.
Yes,
He's
we
a
do.
great facilitator,
Great
man.
facilitator.
Back to the facilitator.
That's the most important person on the team.
Got to have it.
Got to have
the
it.
Knicks will take
'Cause
advantage of a person that can't shoot the
Let
ball.
me just say this.
Rubio can
Man,
shoot.
Rubio can shoot a
He can
little bit.
shoot.
Let me just say this. Bake said they lost from rebounds. Gil said they
17
just missed.
of them.
Okay, 17. Gil said the reason we won Game 7 because they missed shots. Why they didn't get 17 rebounds in Game 2? It's because Garland's ass was aggressive.
But y'all shot about
I
60 or
bet
70% from the field that game. Y'all ain't missed shit.
Ain't missed.
Cavs
That's
ain't
because
missed shit.
Garland was aggressive.
Listen,
We know that's the fact.
I'm guaranteeing when they went to the tape that next day, that big number 17 was certain. Look at that one. Look at that one. No box out, no effort. Which I bet you that was the emphasis. I bet you, because take half of the take. Let's just say if they executed on half. 17 is an odd number, so let's just say 16. So half of 16 is 8. That's just say twos.
We
2
won
times
the
8
game.
is
We
60.
won the
That's
game.
16 points.
Yeah, we won the game.
But it was not just
It
the
wouldn't
rebounds.
even be close. That
It
4-point, it wouldn't even been close.
But it was
No, the
not
rebounds
getting
was a
back-
big thing. The effort,
Yeah, it was.
The effort wasn't the same as game
But
2.
wait a
like
minute,
it
wouldn't have
was
been
in
close.
one.
The getting back on defense.
We get half the
The
rebounds.
hustle
We
plays.
wouldn't have been close.
The turnovers. You put all of that in a pot, and you still only lose by 4. That was what he was saying. Now you come back and you do those things, but what helps you now is the Knicks can't make shots
Right.
because the second chance points that they got the first time, they're not getting the second time.
And they're a perimeter-oriented team. They
but the Knicks
really
is
from the
going to come
perimeter.
back. Game 3 is going to be even
That's
more
going to be the
physical.
determining factor to me.
In the
who
guard.
gonna win the series.
Yep, in that guard. They got to get one. We got to
Because
get one in the
if
guard.
the Cavs can't rock in that Mecca
We got to get one
So
in
who
the
you
guard.
think winning tomorrow? You wrong. Who you
New
think?
York.
with my heart,
No.
or
Who you
with
think
what I
is winning?
love, or if I was betting some money,
If you betting some money,
I'm taking the Knicks.
I'm taking the Cavs.
I'm taking the Cavs because game 1 in the playoffs, and we talking about Donovan Mitchell in New York.
You just said it.
We talking about Donovan Mitchell,
Donovan Mitchell
in
is gonna
New
put on a
York.
show tomorrow.
He's never played
He's
in the
putting
playoffs
on
in
a
New
show
York.
tomorrow.
He's never
Okay,
played in the
but-
playoffs in New
okay,
York.
but listen,
50 ball.
We talking about one mother.
But everybody gonna
50
ride. They
ball.
gonna ride
I'm
along
talking
with
about
it.
one player as
They
a
gonna
team
ride
ever.
along.
Man, you seen the great ones do it, bro. You seen one player do it in New York.
Donovan Mitchell ain't gonna do it.
Hey,
50 ball tomorrow.
Wrong. All I'm gonna tell you,
what
Rome
about
is
the
this.
Clippers?
Okay.
Rome,
What
I'm
about
gonna-
the Clippers?
He gonna get close. He gonna get real close.
Well, what about the
Show.
Clippers?
Ooh.
Oh no, but the other series when we talk about later, the Clippers and
Phoenix.
Celtics and Phoenix, we'll talk about another time. But right now, we want to get to Jayland Walker, y'all. We got to address this in our city where things has caused chaos. People not liking it. No equality where we feel, and we got to address this situation, man.
Agreed.
On this situation, I want to ask D. Russell, what you think, man?
So, and I think it's important to kind of talk a little bit about where we at right now and what direction the city is going in. I'm beyond irritated. I'm beyond distraught. It's not settling well with me for a couple of reasons. This is nothing new. It's been going on. It's continuing to go since 2012. and just the scope of how things have been progressing. And now we've, in our city, I mean, it's different. You see something in St. Louis or Tennessee or whatever. It's right here in our city. And we've got individuals that are in power, if you will, that are making certain that certain things are not being touched. When we talked about individuals being terminated, the officers, if you will, their names being broken down, just the whole grand jury indictment is just wholeheartedly shown where we at right now. So we've got to be able to look at that and talk about it. But I'm open. What is the solution? Is there a solution?
What you think, Gil?
It's a lot of stuff, and you know, the judicial system first starts it off. You know, with Dave Yost, he started it first.
And let's identify who that is. So
okay, he is the state prosecutor,
the Attorney General, correct?
The Attorney General, basically. But for people who don't know what an Attorney General is, he would be considered the highest prosecutor in the state of Ohio.
Correct.
So when the city got the news of how the head prosecutor was going to present his case, and the boards start going up, we should have knew then.
Oh, yeah.
Because his case was presented that the police was not wrong. That started it off. We kind of paid it no attention. The second thing is a part of the judicial system is the grand jury. Now, a lot of people were complaining that there were not enough blacks on the grand jury. Well, let me tell you what I know.
Here we go.
It was a lot of blacks that didn't want to be on the grand jury.
Why is that, Gil?
Because we are living in a different time. We, as the people that are sitting at this table, we look at things much different as this younger generation. You know, they had enough black people there at the time when it was initially picking the grand jury to have an even jury. But when you don't want to do it, when you don't want to be involved, and you'd be amazed at how many people don't want to be involved in this whole situation, period. You don't have the people to put on the grand jury to defend because they don't want to do it. This is the new generation. So we got to start looking at that. Now, once you get to that judicial system, when you only had only had 2 blacks on there?
That was the number they said.
Now, I know for a fact it was half of the initial grand jury folks was black. I know that for a fact.
So, Julius, what do you think about they saying that Jayland shot his gun? Do you think he shot his gun?
No. I just think some of these things that's going on right now it's just the way it's going to be. And we're talking about change. I don't know how many times this is going to keep happening and we expecting some change. Can we change it? We can help, but we need what Rizzo said. We need what Gil said. We need the politicians to help us change it. We need to vote them in.
And vote them out.
Or vote them out.
And you got a good thing, too, because think about it, Ju. If I'm the mayor and I'm quitting, I can give a damn about Jayland Walker.
Yeah.
That's the way, I think, how y'all taking it?
That's
I
a fair
think
statement.
He was hoping that they pushed it all the way to the end of the year, for real.
Right.
So he really would have been out.
Because you tell me, y'all anything the mayor said? I mean, what'd he say?
I mean, he got it, again, and D. Wright, because D. Wright is involved in politics probably more than all of us. The political factor in Akron is guarded. It's managed, as I would say.
That's the best way to put
That's
it.
a fair
What he
statement.
just said.
And it's
That's
not,
fair.
and Rome, me and you know that because we done sat with the managers. See, I'm going to just keep it real. Me and Rome went with the people that was running the city, and we were introduced to the people that are managing the managers.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I can't say who they are, but we know. So it's a whole different brand of politics here in this city. And the other thing too is we should have looked at what happened in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. If you ain't seen the Netflix documentary, you need to watch it.
When they copped got on top of the car and shot at him.
He didn't go to jail.
Right.
He ain't get fired.
He stood on top of the car and shot at him.
He unloaded a whole clip. That's deep.
I've been thinking about this since it actually happened. Then I kind of like, you know, because I had some people that was close to the situation, and so out of respect for them, I really didn't say nothing. I really didn't. I went to the back of my mind. Then it just recently started to resurface as everything happened, and like Coach Gill said, it struck me when I rode downtown and them boards was up. So that was the first indicator. I'm like, is the verdict out already? You know, and so that was the first thing. Like, damn, somebody knows something. But myself trying to be a believer of the justice system, because I went through the justice system, went to trial and won. So I'm kind of biased when it comes to stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I can't say the justice system don't work because it worked for me. You know what I'm saying? If not, I'd be doing 100,000 years. You know what I'm saying? So, but with that being said, years ago, I warned my people about this. When the little boy got killed up in Cleveland. When Trayvon got killed in Cleveland, I said, we really need to start paying attention to what's going on. I think we've been blessed and fortunate because I think a part of the problem is the people that police in our town is not from our town. And when you're not from our town, you don't know the people. When we was growing up, we had the Officer Williams, we had the Officer Bethunes, we had the...
I ain't trying to cut you off, but just think about this. They changed the situation, too. Remember, you had to live in Akron. Now you don't have to live in Akron.
Now you don't. And see, and that's a problem.
No more.
And that's a problem. I think that's a problem. And like I said, we grew up watching these cats. These cats played basketball. They was in the community. Officer Howard, like I said, they in the community with us. And when I saw how that changed, I said, okay. Now when that happened up in Cleveland, I said, you know, we need to pay attention to this because that's right up the road from us. This can be here before you know it. And boom, here we are. So now we're here with the Jayland Walker situation. And I think part of the solution is we need to look at the training with these police officers, what they're doing. Because I talked to my buddy, and he said they shot like 70-something times. Only 30-something hit him or something like that.
40-something.
40-something hit him. 46.
I think it was 92
They
shots.
shot 92 shots, 46 hit him. What happened to the other 46 bullets? They just didn't stop. So we need the training. We need
basically you saying, and I'm saying, and you know in the law that's called overkill.
That's overkill.
Ain't that?
And I think that should have been
no. Overkill is not going to charge. But if you kill somebody and you overkill them, you're going to get a charge of overkill.
See, I'm going to go back. It goes to legislation, too. We need to do something, like you said, with legislation,
you ain't
man.
watched the video. If you ain't watched the video in Cleveland, this is the same thing. It's nighttime. It's dark outside. You hear guns shooting. You don't know who's shooting. That's what happened in Cleveland when they finally brought an outside group in to investigate it. These guys were almost shooting at each other.
Yes.
Yeah, because they had them in a circle.
Because it was dark outside and they couldn't see.
Yes.
These police are running, chasing him. You got police on the left, police on the right, police coming from the other direction. You hear gunshots.
But once you down, you down. That's my thing. Once you down, you down.
But again, first of all,
you keep,
that's what I'm saying. Why you keep shooting?
Six will take you down.
Gil, if he down, why you keep shooting?
No
because
repercussions.
You got eyes. You got eyes. You can see, right?
Not at nighttime.
You can see a person drop to the ground.
It's
not if you 70, 80 feet from him.
Man, yes, you can.
And the
Stop that, man.
Watch the video. Watch the video. I'm gonna tell you, they said the same thing. At night, if the bullets keep shooting and the guns keep going off, and I don't see who's shooting, I'm gonna keep shooting. And that's what happened in Cleveland.
So you trying to tell me they didn't see that?
That's what they.
You trying to tell me they didn't see that young man shooting back?
Bro, this is how they're justifying it, Ron.
Yeah, this is all Gil saying.
Justification.
Gil is just saying this is how they're justifying it.
They're not. I agree with what y'all saying.
Right, the one question you should be asking is this: what made him stop shooting?
It was out of bullets.
It was out of bullets. Yeah, that's the only
no bullets.
Right. What made him stop?
That would be the only reason.
He might have had 2,000 if they kept shooting.
What did the video say in Cleveland? The one dude said, I kept shooting. I couldn't see nobody, but I kept hearing shots. And I was looking at the car, but I didn't know where the shots was coming from. He didn't know if the dude had got out the car.
So you trying to say that when you say it was in the crossfire, the police shots was coming at him, he think a dude shooting at him, and it was his boy shooting at him.
That's bad training.
Okay.
That's bad training.
And so you're in the middle of the night running, and you hear gunshots.
Or not enough training.
No, and you don't know where and this is the justification that they used in Cleveland. And they're using it here the same way. The justification of why you shot 100 times.
But I don't think it's the training. You keep saying training. This is what I want to say. Police officers been around since you've been born. They done had training since you done been born. It's not training.
They probably stopped training.
No, it's not that.
Let me say this.
Gil is right. I mean, not Gil, but Julius is right. He right, though. He right. Let me tell you why he right, though.
Let me see my angle. This is why I say training. All right, this is why I say training. I'm a basketball official. Every year, before we start, you got to go to 4 local meetings and you got to go to 1 state meeting. What I mean by training is, I'm not saying that how many times are you retraining or how many times are you staying fresh or you're training.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, and you're right. But let me tell you this. We all know the famous Mike Tyson saying, we can train all the fuck we want until you get hit in the motherfucking mouth. All that game plan shit go out the window.
And this is what Rome is saying is this. Rome is saying basically this. We all 6 here go to training, but we going back to the blue. Soon as we get back to the blue is going to say, y'all learn some shit, flush that shit down the toilet.
Right.
That's not how we do it. That's bullshit. That's not how
that separate the good cops from the bad cops. Then, if that's how it is,
that's how.
And I have to be because I have to be sensitive. I have to be sensitive to the fact that I know good cops, man. I know good officers.
Hey, man, it's still a fraternity.
Right, it's still a fraternity.
They are
still a fraternity.
Baker, think about this. This just didn't start yesterday. It's been going on for like 70 years now.
Or 1872 when the police
Baker, let me just say this.
I agree.
Baker, well, let me just say this. LA went down south to bring cops to LA to make LA better. They didn't make them better. They just wanted those racist cops to go out to LA and keep us under control.
I still say bad training is a part of that too.
I mean, but like you said, and this is something that we can all say.
Or lack of.
You know, it's the same thing in any sport. Okay, you ain't supposed to fight, but if somebody punch you in the mouth, is you gonna hit them back? So the training sometimes goes out the window and instinct kicks in. Look at the cops and how many have ever even fired their weapon in the line of duty. Some of them was scared out their fucking mind. Yes, and the mindset of when you're scared is the what? Protect yourself.
So you trying to say someone closed their eyes and shot her?
Hey, think about the guy from Talmadge. He was a cop for 38 years in Talmadge, and he said he never pulled out his gun one time and shot it.
That's right.
And he retired.
It's cops in Akron that have never shot their weapon.
So out of 8 cops right now, 2 resigned, right? Two just quit.
Where you hear that at?
I heard 2 quit, 6 still. I ain't heard that yet.
I haven't heard anything.
No, it's 7.
Let's go to
I thought it was 8, 2 quit.
Well, I'm gonna tell you
I
this.
don't know why they would quit there.
Man, threats.
Shooting a
Come
gun
by your house.
Some of the names got
I
leaked.
wouldn't want to be a police officer after that. I don't have to
Couple
put
of
my
names
family
got
through
leaked.
that, man.
Yeah, some of the names got leaked.
Yeah, they posted the names on Facebook. It's 7 people.
I wouldn't want to be a cop no
on it.
more. If I had a family, with kids and a wife, I gotta quit. I'm not putting my family through it.
And you always could go to another city and get.
That's right, and they would never know who the fuck you are.
Right.
You go to Barberton.
No, it ain't no Barberton. I'm just saying, you have to get out of here.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I gotta know this inside joke.
But let's go back to hold on. Let's go back to Trayvon Martin then. The cop that shot Trayvon Martin was a cop in another city.
No.
Yes.
Tamir Rice.
Tamir Rice.
Tamir Rice.
And what
That's what it
happened,
was.
right? He had already got in trouble.
He already was in trouble.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So it's in the pickets.
He
It's
was
in the
already
pickets
doing
too.
bogus stuff. You said?
Yeah, he was
wasn't on
already.
the
He
job.
wasn't even supposed to be a cop for real.
Was he on the job 6 months? He wasn't on the job?
Yeah, he wasn't on there long.
He wasn't even
a police officer.
His
in another
record.
city.
When they went back and looked at dude's record,
He did some.
he was so ill. He wasn't even supposed to be.
So I'm saying,
they
when
looking
he
at
got
him
the
like,
job,
how you?
the place he came from,
Yeah.
he was shady. He still
Oh
got
man, he
the job.
did so much. He had did so much there. That's why he gone.
But
That's
I
why
think
he left.
I think he ended up getting another job somewhere
I'm
else
looking it up now.
after that.
But I'm gonna go back to again that fraternal order of the police is a strong union.
And don't get it
I'm gonna
confused.
give you an example. I bet you my last dollar in my pocket, Yost is a member of the police fraternal.
Oh no,
order.
I bet he is too.
That's what I'm saying
FOP.
to y'all.
NRA.
The FOP.
Friend of police.
NRA. This is
Fraternity of police.
so shooting the gun to them is not a crime.
It's game.
If you truly think about it, there's no bigger gang in the United States.
There's no bigger gang than
Right.
the police
It's
department.
no bigger gang in
Unless
the
you
United
start going
States.
federal government, all that.
No, but
crazy
they
stuff.
still ain't bigger than the police
The
department.
police got a gang. They got a
In
hell
the
of a
United
gang.
States, there's no bigger gang in the United States.
They would call themselves a fraternity.
Yeah, they have fraternity. They already said it's fraternity.
There's a fraternity. And the dude that's running the fraternity, because see, I'm keep telling you, you got to watch that video on Netflix. The dude in Cleveland, he's like one of the most powerfulest fraternal order of police presidents in the country. He's well known for doing that. Cleveland cops have been acting fools for years, and he done got plenty of them off. And he just ain't nothing but a regular cop at the end.
Yes.
Okay, let's just cut this off. Can I ask you this though, Gil? I mean, all y'all, we know he gonna get a silver suit money from what happened. We know they're gonna have to pay him, but do you think that make the family satisfied?
By no stretch.
No.
By no stretch.
Hell
By no
no.
stretch, yeah.
No.
Hell no. It ain't enough money, man. I know people that's hurt, man. I
It's
think
unfortunate.
they hurt. Like they hurting. Like they hurting. And
Akron is not ready to
for real,
stand up
I'm
for
hurting.
it.
Like I'm hurting for him, man.
Yeah, I'm
because
hurting too.
it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's everything, bro. It's not just if you can look at it, it's not just one quick fix. It's not just one thing. We named like 4 or 5 things that's a part or has contributed to the problem what's going on, man. You know what I'm saying? So we got some work to do, but a lot of it got to do with that legislation, though. A lot of it got to do what we gonna do about getting the right people in the right situation. Because right now we got the wrong people in the right situations, and they ain't doing nothing.
And then you're gonna have the right people that you think that are running in the right situation being managed in the background, and that's the biggest situation
That's the
in
number one
real
thing.
politics. And our
That's why I
problem
don't
is
do politics.
you gotta have a true person that is gonna come in and run it without worrying about the management, because everybody got a ticket. Somebody got money pushing from the background.
Of course.
Believe it.
And that person is going to be looking for their payday if they get elected.
And one thing that
And their children and their girlfriend.
Yeah.
But it's one thing we're not gonna do on the show is politics, because everybody, everybody got a different person who they want to be mayor and all
That's
that.
right.
And on our show, we're not gonna get into that because whoever become mayor, we still got to deal with him. So we don't
That's
get
right.
into that.
Right.
Throw me on the.
Yeah.
Throw
There's
me on
one
the
thing I
ballot.
want to get into. Can you believe this shit, D. Right?
Talk to me. What
Can you
got,
believe
man?
this shit, D. Right?
What you
What
got?
shit?
Man? Oh,
You ain't come up with that, Bubba?
I was lost this week, man. Can you believe that?
This motherfucker crazy.
Hold on.
That's
I
supposed
got
to be in
it.
shit.
And that is
That's
my-
supposed to be in shit.
Hey, man, you
And
know,
we can end it with what we was talking about.
Man, we got about an hour. We cool.
Oh, I'm about to say,
I
we-
was late today.
We got about an hour.
Oh, because we can
I'll
talk
make it.
about my boy Draymond and the whole kick situation.
Yeah, we gonna go.
But ain't no like a bleed at them.
Yeah, we gonna come back. We'll be back.
Not guilty.
next week. We'll be fresh. All right, take us on out of here, Romy Rome.
Oh shit,
He took us down.
man! Because that boy had to bleed that shit, man.
That's hope you still got
You believe that shit? He didn't have nothing.
We gonna
Can you believe that?
It was a great show today, and we are all down with Jayland Walker,
Yes.
and we sorry that he didn't get the justice that he wanted, but believe something gonna happen so everything can soothe the family and make them happy some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Everybody grieving, because I could hate to lose my son before I go on the ground. And we started off with Ron Baker,
Yeah.
Julius Harrington, Ollie McGill, The Rizzo,
1, 2.
and The Freak.
All right.
All right,
Akron
now.
stay together.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.